What hobby is an instant red flag? A person in their life is their project. Bonus flags if that person is you. If it isn't you yet, it will be if you stick around long enough. Don't ask how I know. Gambling. This is an actually good answer. With the insane rise of sports betting, this would top the list for me if I was dating. People up thread were joking that Warhammer makes you poor. I don't know if anyone's ever gotten whacked over Warhammer debts. No joke, my college professor used to be close to this gorgeous girl he met in his job, and suddenly she's gone and he never mentioned her again. During a chit-chat, he reveals that she likes to snap pics of animal dungs for fun and shows them to her friends, including him. As a DJ, I don't tell women I DJ until I know she actually likes me. Always seemed douchey telling women I DJ because most DJs are douchey. Dimitri Martin had a joke. You can make anyone sound instantly less serious by putting DJ in front of their name. Nelson Mandela, DJ Nelson Mandela. Someone on Hinge asked what my hobbies are, and there are a lot, so I listed them out to the best of my ability. She was really happy that I didn't say I was into board games. I forgot board games, so I told her that I am into board games actually, and she ghosted me. Cockfighting. It's so common in the Philippines, though. Most of our devoted neighbors to this hobby will literally let their entire family skip meals just so they can have bet money. So here in the USA, rooster fighting is illegal on multiple levels, and yet where I live in South Texas, there are people who are very open about raising and fighting fowl. They wear clothes that advertise it. They advertise it on their truck. Everyone they know has seen their birds. And all that is technically legal because to get busted, a lawman has to catch you with the birds, the blades, the ring, and the money, all in the same place at the same time. I knew someone online who would troll people online. They'd seriously get a kick out of going online and saying controversial things just for funsies. My friend told me after like 8 months of knowing her that she goes out into the woods and collects animal carcasses to process into art. Uses acid to melt off the skin and pose the skeleton, makes pelts, etc. I was shocked that she'd keep such an awesome hobby secret for so long. My brother said it's because it makes her look like a psycho, and that boiling bodies is a serial killer's hobby. I love this because it's the kind of thing you can compliment a friend on for being cool and beautiful and unique, but also use it to take shots at them whenever you get the chance. You can text them out of the blue and say, "Saw some roadkill today and it made me think of you. Hope you're doing all right." I've heard a lot of people say that horse girls are crazy. What I heard in a bit more explained way that seems to make sense. Many horse girls grew up in a rich enough household to be able to afford horses and a stable, etc., on top of how much time doing horse stuff will take from her time and how attached they are to their animals. I heard a quote that was along the lines of, "As her boyfriend, you will never matter as much as her horse or daddy's money." Binge drinking. I have an ex-boyfriend who wouldn't drink all week, but then goes out to the bar on the weekends and takes it to the extreme every single time. Hated it. An answer I get a lot is, "I like to chill." Granted, it's not all of the time, but most of the time that's just code for, "I have no hobbies." Tends to with people who expect you to entertain them. I have lots of hobbies, but when someone new asks me about my hobbies, I immediately forget everything I have ever done, and I end up giving a lame answer. Not particularly a red flag, but sneakerheads always give me the irks. I can't pinpoint why, though. Collecting stuff out of interest is fine, but I think sneakerheads often just follow a trend. To me, they feel like the kind of person who brags about their expensive stuff, even though nobody in the room thinks it's impressive. Personally, even though I love MTG and Pokemon stuff, I am weary when I meet people who like the hobby, as sometimes they are just the worst. For example, I was getting a box from the Celebrations set in a Walmart. I saw it, and it was one my partner and I had not seen yet and wanted to open for fun. A dude behind me was also waiting on getting boxes and started talking to me. He was getting like 5 of the ETBs, the last of them really, and he smelled so bad. Like someone left a pepperoni stick under a couch for a year and then took it and used it for deodorant. I was dying. People stared at us so hard at the checkout area because he would not go away. I honestly didn't know whether to feel bad for him or vomit. Probably not having hobbies. Everyone should have something that they strive for and make them happy to put in the effort. You're not a bad person if you have no hobbies, but I bet you're not as happy as you could be either. Sleep is not a hobby. Eating shouldn't be a hobby. Researching, mapping, and touring local or exotic restaurants could be though, and so is cooking. My ex had zero hobbies. It became exhausting to be with her because she was constantly looking to me to entertain her. If I wanted to do something I enjoyed that she did not like or could not participate in, then she'd complain. So I was stuck in a constant state of trying to find things we both enjoy. We were together for 3 years. When we broke up the next day, felt like a huge weight was lifted off of my shoulders. No hobbies is definitely a red flag. Dunno if this is a red flag, but I'm a permanent hobby seeker. I'll join groups, buy equipment, spend thousands, but then find the next thing I'm interested in. I'm in a constant state of hobby acquisition with a limited lifespan. I'm talking pianos, guitars, motorbikes, boats, go-karts, bows, huge fish tanks, table saws, welders, car hoists, broken excavators, and I'm just getting started. I do love my dogs, though. They're the only constant rewarding hobby. I guess this is a red flag if you don't have the sotridge capacity.